Welcome. This is the Loving Me station. I have my red on. Red means passion, it's love. We're going to be talking about, right now, I'm going to go over the 5 stages of love. One is physical love. I'm not going to really go into them deeply tonight, but I want to say your physical love is the body, which which leaves emotional pain. Then the next one is emotional love. Emotional love is the inner mind, love with no physical involvement, built through talking and seeing the inner acting. Then you have the telepathic love. And this is the ability to talk with a person through their mind. You can hear each other, feel each other, and see each other from a different realm, spiritual realm, not known in the physical realm. And then you have the eternal love. That's personal. Um, so we'll talk about these hopefully some other time. At this time, um, hopefully in the future we'll do something about some type of love every 6 months. Okay, if we can get that done. I hope you enjoyed the purpose videos on. We got them going through right now, and I hope you enjoyed it. Um, how we did that little series for you, okay? Now, and the last type of love or stage of love is called the sexual love. And sexual love is the same as spiritual love, and we'll talk about that later. I want you to know that a lot of times we get caught up in the sexual love, which is supposed to be handled as a spiritual love. So we're going to keep moving on. And tonight, I think because a lot of women tonight are being involved, we're going to actually talk about the sexual love. All of us got here through um, some type of love on different levels, okay? Now, sexual love, here today on Loving Me Station, we want to say we love you. We thank you very much for tuning in. Um, Today we are going to go to the um, sexual love, not the A to Z tips. This is out. We taking a break because we did a lot with the purpose. So I want to say thank you for your support, your comments, likes, and your emails. There is a right time to desire. Basically, when I thought about sexual love, I thought about desire. You got to have some type of yearning for that particular thing to take place. And as I've said, a lot of women tonight are getting ready to get bamboozled simply because, number one, they don't love themselves. And some of them are actually looking for something that they're not going to get. And what I mean about that, they're going to get some rubbing going on, but they're not going to get that spiritual part that comes accommodate the sexual part, the physical part. So actually, when you're actually experiencing the the sexual love, you also want the emotion to accommodate that, to come along with, aside that, okay? Um, I want to say if you're married, that is with a contract, uh, sexual love is a place when you're under a contract and you're married, you really don't need to be holding back. You need to be enjoying each other to the fullest because that's yours and that's yours. I'm gonna get into it, okay? It's just I'm trying to be careful how I say things because I don't want. Well, really, I got a lot of probably religious people here, so I'm gonna try to accommodate some of their um, issues. But my thing is, if you are a contract with the individual that you're in love with, um, the bed is undefiled. Okay, so we're not going to go too deep with this. Okay, so we're going to say sexual energy in a marriage. Sexual energy is to create erotic vibrations. There are so many women who are going to be suppressed. And what I mean about that, they're not going to actually receive what they could receive because they're not being open to a lot of things. And a lot of times, people really don't want to talk about, you really didn't hit it. You did not make me happy. I think when it comes to sexual love, you should discuss after every episode with each other, so you can always enhance it and make sure that it is what it should be. A lot of people are depressed over sexual love because um, maybe their partner has his mind on somebody else while he's actually with you. So um, I would like to say that when it comes to sexual love, you should be free. Free with your partner's body, free with your own body. You should know how your body operates. You can't expect somebody else to know about your body when you don't know about your own body. Um, so that means you have to have gotten to know each other. Creative. I would like to say that the body is the creative house of prayer. And what I mean about it is that that's where the excitement takes place between the couple. We're going to call it a house of prayer. It is important to know and love yourself. If you can't love yourself, how can anybody else make love to you when you don't already love yourself? So be invite when you're inviting somebody to your body, you need to know how you want your body to be treated. Okay. Um, you want them to know how to make love in your action lane. There are some that give you too much without a commitment. There are some out here now, and ladies, that's how we get burnt. We give away the most important um, specimen in our life to someone and not committed. And so basically, what's happening is, you go buy a car or you want to buy a car, and here's what happened. You want to test drive the car, and then you want the man to hold the car. Some people don't test drive, but they want them to hold the car because but you got to put a down payment on it. Don't allow a man to sleep with you and they don't want to commit to you. That's what I call it dry sex. And the reason why I call it dry sex is because um, there's no emotional um, juice flowing there. Okay, it's just two bag of bones rubbing on and touching each other. So, and in this time, what I'm saying is, you ever heard the old people say, "Why would he buy the cow if he's already getting the milk?" So you need to clean up some of your integrity about yourself, um, and make sure you're doing this, because whatever you do in the future, it will bear some emotional barriers with you. So, ladies, let's leave the babies alone. They don't want to commit. They're the babies. You remember back in the time they said, they said, you want to come over to my crib? Ladies, I never liked when a man talk about coming to the crib. I said, a crib is for a baby. I'm not trying to get with no baby. I ain't trying to be no baby, and I ain't trying to be with no boy. I'm trying to be with a grown man. um, and anyway, we'll leave that alone, because I don't want nobody to be offended on love night. But anyway, you want a man that is able and willing to buy and commit and to keep up the cow. Somebody that's going to eat all the beef. And if you're a vegetarian, we're going to say vegetarian going to eat up the whole garden. And I'm not going into that, okay? But all they want to do is actually make a deal with you, with your body, that will leave you with emotional damage and wet pillowcases at night. And we're talking about loving ourselves, and some men have gotten burnt too. I'm not going to just say it's just women, and it's because some men come from good families, and they end up falling in love and with the wrong person and got burnt. This person that they hooked up had no morals, and they was just trying to get through. So I want to say, um, you know, we all get burnt sometimes. So it's just something that we got to look out for before you commit sexual acts. We are living in a time that there is not love making going on. Excuse me, because everyone is so into themselves and not who they are sexual with. When a person is sexual with you and there's no connection, what you have experienced is an application that says, are you male or female? Don't they say, what sex are you? So basically, when they're not actually got their mind on you, it's just an application going on. They're applying for something, but they're not really going to give you full all of themselves. You're going to have some sex, and sex is male or female, okay? In other words, you're just saying sex with yourself. And pretty much that's what people do. They're having sex with themselves, okay? Excuse me here. Having sex with themselves, because the person that you're in the bed with is actually got their mind on what they can get, not what they're trying to give. And when it comes to sexual love, it's both receiving. Sexual love here at the Loving Me creators, we want to say to you all, it is time to create the love that you want. When you're talking about being involved with someone and receiving what they have for you, you want to actually create what you want to lay down with. Before you lay down, you just don't want to lay down with anybody. So I've already said that. So you want to create inside of you by connecting. That means bringing together the body and the mind. Sexual love has got to be in your atmosphere by creating harmony. You want to be able to harmonize with each other by leaving out all of the selfishness in the bedroom. Be concerned about who you are and have ability to relax together with each other. If not, there will not be any love making. And a lot of people not making love. They just smashing, getting it, and it don't mean anything, ladies. And you deserve more than that. The men deserve more than you just laying there, ladies. You need to participate. That's what you entered the covenant to do, is actually participate. So, sexual love is intimacy. It is harmony. Is ecstasy. Loving me when you are being sexual. This is for the ladies. Things to consider. Do not sign up for a one night stand. You don't know what you're getting and letting something leave some in your pocketbook. The coins that might be left with you might be gonorrhea and syphilis. So I'm saying to you, you got to love yourself enough to think about your future. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want somebody to take your money? It's men out there, ladies, that is out there just to take your money. The person you seeing, is that a truthful person? Some of you all don't want, you're doing things and you don't think about it. After your children here, then you're saying, dog, I shouldn't have married, I shouldn't have had no child with him. Well, you got to realize what you letting, be placed into your oven, and you go to baking it. When you get it out there and it's fully done, then guess what? You got to deal with that child, and you wonder why you going to jail, having to, go to jail behind this child and all this. You got to think about who you getting pregnated for. Okay, so is this person a loving person? Ladies. And I want to say, don't get into bed and cut your lights off. You need to see what's going on. Somebody might be, got all kind of things on portions of the body. You need to be able to see what you're getting involved with, especially when you're doing a one night stand. And you got to make sure it is what you opening up yourself for. Do you want to invest your emotions in this act? Do you want to, later on feel like, dog, I shouldn't have done that? Do you want to have children for this person? Is this somebody you want to, you like how they look? If not, just don't, hook up with somebody and you make these children that you don't even want to take in the grocery store and let somebody else see it. I had my daughter laughing the other day. She said, well, Mom, and I'm not disrespecting anyone, hopefully. I said, honey, she said, Mom, would you marry an ugly man? I said, no, baby. I said, you know what? I'm not marrying an ugly man. I said, what I do is take him to the zoo. And I would tell the zookeeper to keep him. Okay. All right. So anyway, sexual love is beyond just lying in a private spot. It is about connections of the eyes, the mouth, genitals, legs, heart, and the mind. Using the spirit to connect on all levels, natural and spiritual. Sexual love is only for people who are creator's design. So you want God, the creator, to bring you someone that is your design, not something that, is not what you would like. Some people are not compatible in the bedroom. So anyway, not just physical beauty, but someone who loves themselves. So you don't want to even make love to someone that don't love themselves. And I know I'm going to another level, but sometimes when you get involved with someone that don't love themselves, then you're going to have to accommodate them later on, because that means they don't love themselves. And when you go somewhere, they're always watching you, because, they don't have no confidence, and they're insecure about themselves. And that causes a barrier on the relationship, because you married somebody that don't really love themselves, and they want you to be codependent, okay? Uh, so you want to say that sexual love is a journey that you shouldn't take just anyone on with you, but one that is committed to continue on the journey of the love land, in season and out of season. In sexual love, you want to leave each other under the influence. You want them to feel like they've had the best roller coaster ride they have ever been on. Make them remember you've been there, okay? Like a sliding boat. You want them to feel like they have been turning up. But that's just the power of sexual love. But the glass is still full. In other words, you want it to be so intoxifying until the fact that it's so good, the drink, the wine is still just full. You don't need that, okay? You got enough going on between the two of y'all. So, other words, make it memorable, okay? That is to process each other mind that linger with them for the next 6 days, okay? So let it be, as the Creator would say, thank you, okay? Now that is good, okay? Because the Creator is spiritual. They seeing everything that's going on. So create a show for them. Sexual love, if single, should never be practiced without being intentional, but it should be on purpose. In other words, you enter into a covenant. You're single, but you enter into a covenant with the individual. It should be intentional. Because when you connect, you are connecting to every negative and positive behavior issue that person have. You may be dealing with whatever they are dealing with. So I hope you've enjoyed this long session on sexual love, but we wanted to talk about it because it needed to be talked about, because a lot of us are hurting because we did things that we shouldn't have did. We connected with people that we really didn't love. We married people that we got tired of because we outgrew each other. So do your investigation when it comes to sexual love. Now, if you're already married, you might need some counseling. Men, especially black men, don't be afraid to go get sexual counseling. If you're not putting it down, you ain't got the girl turning up, you need to go get some help. All right, this is Mother AY talking about sexual love, February 14, 2021. God bless you. Shalom.